for tuning in. Nice looking Tuesday. Angie Quidley is in the studio. We've learned from Angie a few different things. One of the things I think that resonates the most with me from Angie's previous visits is the exchange student program that she's told us about. And I'm not even sure if that's what we're talking about today. But Angie's fresh in from Vancouver, and then you've got jet lag going on. Oh, let me get your picture on there. How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you again. Your hair looks different. Is it darker?
Probably. You never know what color.
You look pretty, really pretty.
You.
But I thought it looked like you thought the table was bigger. I thought your hair was darker.
Yeah.
Maybe when you have darker hair, tables look bigger.
Maybe.
Maybe. So
I don't remember the marble.
So you were in Vancouver for a conference?
A national conference for EF, yes.
For EF?
Yes.
Now that's what we're talking about, right?
Yes.
And explain what EF is?
EF is Education First. It's a global company based out of Europe, and it started in Zurich back in 1965.
Have you ever been there?
No. But one day, EF has taken me lots of places because every November we do a conference training where we bring everybody together from Europe and from our headquarters in Boston. Our U.S. headquarters is in Boston, and California. We're on both coasts. EF does the California coast, and it does the Boston coast as well.
Okay. And what is the idea to help people be homeschoolers or?
No, EF does many things. We have different divisions. I just work for one division.
But is part of this to have the exchange students? Is that part of it also? Or is that two different things that you do?
It doesn't have anything to do with homeschooling. What we are is
No, not homeschooling. Did I say that? I mean exchange students.
Well, they're international students. We call it exchange, but it's not really exchange.
Oh, okay.
Although a lot of our families do an exchange, where the student either comes back to visit them or they send their student over. And that's one of the things we actually talked about at training this weekend was, families are asking about that. So one day we hope to be able to develop that.
Okay, so how long does a student stay? And is that part of the reason you're here is to recruit families?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's say a family says, I would like to have a student living with me. What should they expect? What will happen? What does the student expect and what should the family expect?
Well, first of all, it's short term. They're coming here to practice their English outside the classroom.
Oh, okay.
Most of them.
Well, we got a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't go to Miami. It'll be different.
Yeah, defeating the purpose.
Well, most of them actually come for second or third travel. They've actually either been to England or to Ireland. They've been usually to an English-speaking country. Most of the Europeans that we get, sometimes the Chinese that we get, the young ones that come really young, this is their first time. But they start taking English very, very young. So they can get along when they get over here. They're very shy, and sometimes they don't say a lot within the first couple of days. But by the end of the 10 days that they're here, it's a very short program, 10 or 11 days, they're speaking English.
Wow.
And I think this is really making more of an impact this year only because Donald Trump visited China. He had his daughter has a nanny for the granddaughter that speaks Chinese, and this little girl has been learning Chinese for the past few years, and she was able to sing a song in Chinese perfectly.
That's awesome.
So that's really amazing.
And our students actually do a farewell party for the families, thanking them for hosting them.
Oh, really?
And a lot of the students sing, and it's really interesting to me, because I'm a music teacher full time.
Yeah.
That the Chinese sing so well, but it's a very tonal language. So their pitch is very developed. So
oh, really?
So we always teach them a song, an American song to sing at the end, like the Star Spangled Banner or, America the Beautiful, something patriotic that they can sing.
Nice. I was asking Angie before we went on the air if you play. I know you play at the Ocala Civic Theater. Just a little side conversation here. And you were playing in the orchestra pit during the Shrek play.
Yes.
And is that fun for you?
Oh, it was very fun. Yeah, I actually had one of my vocal students in the show.
Oh, really? Which one? Who was your student?
She was the teen Fiona. the middle Fiona.
Oh my
Oh
gosh!
my gosh,
Oh,
isn't that
oh
something?
my gosh! You are doing something right. That little girl could sing.
All three of them could.
Yes, all three of them. Oh my gosh! We have a segment later on with singing. We do. We have actors that can sing. It's a game. It's a trivia
Oh,
game.
Yeah.
Oh.
And are you looking for host families?
We are.
For the students?
We are. We have several different programs, and our hardest program is, hi, I know. Our hardest program is the immersion program. Most of the students go to class every day. So the working family can host them. They drop them off in the morning to a local church where we have classes, and they pick them up at the end of the day, and we keep them busy Monday through Friday. And that's you can do that with the Chinese programs. That we have 2 of those programs coming in February for 10 days. And then we have another program coming in August from China. And then we have the international program that's coming in July, where we've got a variety of European students. We don't know exactly who we're getting yet. Last year we had Spain, Italy, France, and China. And they're teenagers. And so the idea for them is to mix all the time so that they speak in English. Those families are pretty easy to find. We have a good base of families for those. Then there's the immersion where they don't go to classes. So we're looking for one mom or dad that stays at home or works out of the home. And there's a lot more of that these days. So it should be easy to find, but where to find them is what's so hard.
So what? Do you need to know the language if you're the host family?
No.
You don't. Okay. How about you personally? Have you picked up on a lot of different languages, or at least little bits and pieces here and there?
Well, I think once you learn one of the Latin languages, the other, one of the other is easy, because I studied voice in college and I sang in French and Italian and German. I can pretty much read all those. I don't always know what I'm saying, but I had a love
What
for
is Fay
French.
Dodo about, by the way? Is it about daddy and mommy making sandwiches or something? What is that song about?
What?
Fay Dodo? You know the children's song, Fay Dodo?
That sounds French.
Oh, did I
Fay
say
means make.
Fay Dodo?
Yeah, dough means dough. Like, yeah.
Make Dodo?
Make dough. Make biscuits. I don't know.
Okay, just wondered.
Yeah,
Okay.
but my French is better than anything, because I've hosted French students. I've been able to practice that French. So a lot of families have a young teen that.
But does that
maybe-
defeat the purpose if you're speaking to them in their language?
Well, I can't really speak to them in their language. I can
Oh, okay,
practice
okay.
with them in their language. I'm not fluent in any way,
Oh, okay.
but it's an interest to me to host a French student, because I love the language and I want to learn the culture, and I would like to go there one day. So to have contacts there would be, very beneficial for me.
Right.
And I actually have a boy from Germany that I've hosted, that I've stayed in touch with over the years.
Really?
And
Wouldn't that be fun, though, to just go there and actually know somebody and maybe have lunch with somebody that, like if you're visiting a country, that you don't know anybody else.
right.
Like we have a pen pal lady in Germany. We could probably, oh, Robin's leaving.
Well, we actually had a trip to Barcelona, a conference one year. Or Barcelona, however you say it.
What is it the right
They
way?
don't say the s in French.
Oh, really?
Spain, they say the for s.
Oh, really?
So they say Barcelona.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, and we say Barcelona. But we actually had a conference there one year, and several of the staff, we usually all host a student, of course, so that we can, express the benefits of the program. But we had several of our staff that actually had students come and meet them from all over Spain while
Oh,
we were
wow.
there, so they
Wow.
could see their students and course leaders that come on the trips. There's adults we have to place as well, so if you'd rather have an adult, we have to place the leaders that bring them over.
So you said if a student is staying with a family in Ocala, they will spend their days in a church, not in the public schools?
No, because in the summer, we can't get into the public schools because the program is so late.
Oh, this is just a summer program?
Well, the February program, we can't get into schools because school's in session.
Okay.
But they're not attending the classes like to get an academic credit when they come per se, because it's such a short-term program. It's not a year-long program. It's a very short-term.
So like 12 days or something?
Yeah, the February program and the August program for the Chinese is very short, 10 to 12 days. The 3 to 3.5 weeks is your Europeans that come through the international program with the variety
Right.
that goes to classes, or your immersions that don't go to classes. Now, the immersions that we're looking for will be here with a family, and we're looking for somebody that is home during the day or active, so that they won't be just sitting playing video games all day or
Right,
left
sure.
alone.
Right, yeah,
And
makes
they do
sense.
2 activities a week, so it's not like they have to be entertained or anything. We just don't want them sitting there being bored.
Okay, so the students are already, that's at the other end. On this end, we're looking for families to host these students, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me take a break, and then on the other side of the break, I want you to talk to the people who've picked up on this much, and they're interested to know how they get on board with this.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're listening and you wanted to know how you can be hosting one of these students on 12 to 22 days, it says in my notes here, Angie is here to answer whatever questions you have. You're welcome to call and ask questions. The number is 622-9622. We will take a little break and be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Breezy and not as warm today as clouds break for some sun. The high 73 to 80. Partly cloudy, maybe a shower or 2 near the coast tonight. The low 57 to 71. Partly sunny with a breeze and a passing shower tomorrow and Sunday. The high 76 to 81 tomorrow. Highs on Sunday 80 to 83. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on weed control for an overall aesthetic appearance. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. And with summer here, it's the perfect time to brighten up your look. So make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marion Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
One of the best things about living in beautiful Central Florida is that we get to have a garden all year long. Spend some time on Tuesday mornings in the garden with Carol Ann Baldwin right here on WOCA The Source from 9 till 10 a.m. Carol Ann will take your phone calls, and she'll even check out your photos on her In the Garden Facebook page. Grab a tall glass of something refreshing and spend an hour in the garden with Carol Ann each Tuesday morning right here on The Source, WOCA.
I'm a deputy.
I'm an artist.
I'm a bookworm.
We are blood donors.
No matter what defines you, being a blood donor with Life South makes you a local lifesaver. When you donate with Life South, your blood stays in your community to help patients in local hospitals. Make being a blood donor part of your identity. Be a local lifesaver. Donate blood with Life South today. Visit lifesouth.org for locations.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Why is there a mariachi band in... Wait, are you digging up the yard again?
It's not what it looks like.
Oh, really? Because it looks like you're tearing up my yard right over the septic tank.
Okay, so maybe it's a little bit what it looks like. See, what happened was...
Wait, let me guess. The septic is backing up and you thought you were Fix-It Guy again and would take it upon yourself and dig up my yard?
That's Mr. Fix-It Guy.
Uh-huh. What did we say the new rule was?
No eBay when you're not home.
Well, yes, but not that one. If water runs through it...
I know, they do it. But this is septic.
Yes, Mike Scott Plumbing does septic.
I knew that.
Uh-huh. 866-314-4443.
I know. 866-314-4443. Got it.
And what's with the mariachi band?
You didn't say anything about Amazon. On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
Aw, come on, an elephant?
All right, 22 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Angie Quidley is here. We're learning about the educational homestay programs. I want to do something, Angie, just to test myself.
Okay.
Because I want to put myself into the shoes of the person listening. And sometimes I feel as a host, I don't always ask the questions that get the real information out there. So I'm going to kind of pretend I'm calling somebody on the phone.
Okay.
And I'm telling them what I just heard on the radio. And then after I'm done, you say, gosh, you got it totally right or totally wrong or half and half. All right?
Okay.
All right, ready? Hey, I just heard this lady on the radio. Angie Quidley is her name. She got a program called EF, Educational Homestay Programs. And here it is. We can, as a family, I guess I'm calling my wife, we can, I'm not married, but
Excited father, I love it.
we can have a student stay with us and the 12 kids. and this person who stays with us could be Chinese or French or German, and they want to learn English. They'll be with us only 12 days, and it'll be a great opportunity for that young person to learn English and our children to get to learn a little bit about the other culture. What do you think? All right, how did I do, Angie? Is that basically what you're offering?
You're hired. When do you want to start work?
That's it, huh? So that's it. Now, what does it cost me to
We're
do
always
this?
looking for people to work for us.
Okay, so what does it cost me, the dad in that little scenario? What does that cost?
An extra plate at the table.
That's it. Just have to feed the kid.
Love. Safe environment.
Would he like to go to the Chinese restaurant, or is that like...
Probably not.
No.
They say our Chinese food is not really the same as what they have.
So how do you know what to make? Do they like...
They're here to experience America. We make them American food.
Oh my gosh, you know where I want to take them? Steak and Shake has...
They love steak and shake.
Frosted Flakes in milkshakes. Have you ever had this?
I probably wouldn't
Breakfast cereals.
It is really good.
They love
I know
Golden
it's
Corral.
not healthy.
Golden Corral. Take them to Golden Corral.
No, I don't like Golden Corral.
But they do.
Yeah, I like the
Steak and
food,
Shake is
and
good.
I like the staff at Golden Corral. You know who I don't like at the Golden Corral? The other customers. They are so rude.
Yeah.
They walk in front of me. Hello, I was just looking at that tomato.
Yeah.
I know it is really hard because we have all like 17 students lining up in line against all these Americans trying to get food.
So if you're listening over at Golden Corral, I love you, the workers, and I love the food you make. But the customers, I could...
But they really do good with our students. We really
Do they?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
But the family basically doesn't need to spend money on the kids. They are going to drop them off in the morning and pick them up. But the course
And
center.
what church do they drop them off at?
Well, we've got different churches every year that we use. We've got several churches, by the way, that partner with us.
So it's
and
always a
helps.
church.
Usually because we can't get into a school because the program's, like I said, the program's so late in the summer that the teachers are trying to get into their classrooms, so we can't get into a school.
I mean, this is what I would want. I would want to take the kid to Disney World. I would want to take the kid to the beach. I would want to say, I want to show you Florida.
That's where they go.
I want to take you to see the real Florida and, of course, this fake Florida, which is the theme parks, because they're fun.
Yes.
And it's part of what Florida is about. Is that okay to do that?
Well, we take them all those places, actually.
Oh, you do?
We do.
Do I go with you?
You can go to most of them. Most of the time, the theme park weekend is on their way out at the end.
Yeah.
So they've already said goodbye to the family. So we probably wouldn't want you tagging along, making them continue to cry, and you're crying, and they're all crying.
Oh, is that the bad part then? It's like a foster child.
Yeah, getting the parents off the bus when they're leaving is hard because they're crying.
They fall in love in 12 days, huh?
We actually had a family last year. It was actually our area manager that hosted one of our students. And, the China culture is not as expressive, So we always teach them to hug right before they come over. I say, put one arm out, put the other one out, hug yourself. And then I start hugging them. And we go, I tell them, that's what your families are going to do when they meet you. They're not.
Oh, they don't know that.
They don't hug so much in their culture. They don't
What
say, I
about-
love you. And we had a student that stayed with a family, and every night she said, I love you. I love you. I love you.
that's
She was WeChatting with the mom the night before, or heard the boy WeChatting, because that's their communication they use. And he's like, I love you, Mom. And she was crying. And the host family didn't hear it all, so she didn't know why she was crying. And so the Chinese mom WeChatted the American mom and said, oh, I'm so happy. And she said, I heard you crying. Are you okay? What's wrong? She said, he's never said I love you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that is sweet.
my
So-
Well, what about, now this is probably a touchy subject. Let's say you have 16-year-old daughter, and now you got a 16-year-old handsome young guy coming over from England. Or it wouldn't be England. It'd be Germany, whatever, right? Because they want to learn English. What do you do? I mean, there are rules. Hey, you can't fall in love. What do you do about that?
Well, we try to put
Isn't that a problem waiting to happen right there?
we try to be careful who we place in the home.
Yeah.
As far as a 16-year-old girl putting a 17-year-old boy in there, not so much.
Yeah, that'd be. Yeah.
If there's a lot of kids and a lot of supervision in the home, that's different. Or the family. On the bus, sometimes they're holding hands. You've got the kids in the program that become girlfriend and boyfriend, and sometimes I just go sit between them on the bus, or if they're dancing on the dance floor, I get between them.
Oh, they hate you. Come on.
We don't mind them holding hands, but we got to watch out. And they're not together unsupervised.
Well, it sounds like what is the what can the rest of us do to help you?
Just spread the word. We do give referrals, so if you are interested in this programming, you cannot host yourself. You can call me at the number. At the number.
What is the number?
Me. It's 352-857-7521.
And please, I don't know how many people, because so far everything you've said, I would do it even without the incentive. But you do have an incentive.
We have a $25 referral.
What does that mean? You pay them $25?
We pay the family that refers the family.
Oh, I was talking about the music lessons you talked about.
That referral.
You're a professional. Did I say?
Yes, I am giving away 2 free music
incentive.
lessons.
If
you sign up, because I'm a music teacher, I'm giving away 2 free music lessons. I teach voice and piano. So you can, you have to sign up. We have to come to the home. We have to match you with a student. And after we do all the process of everything, I'll give the free music lessons to you. And then we do a referral to churches, if you know any churches that will help us. And a lot of churches will use that for a mission program or a youth trip program. Nonprofit organizations that help us can pour that back in to their program. Schools can use it. I've seen classrooms. Now, we can't get into the schools per se, but if a teacher hears this and wants us to come speak in their classroom,
that'd be awesome.
They can have us speak in 2 different classrooms. They can have a contest and see who can get the referral, and they can take that money and buy something.
Nice.
$25 per
Angie,
family.
I love the whole thing. Give us your number one more time.
352-857-7521. Call or text.
And is there a website or no?
There's a couple of different websites you go to, but the main one is ef.com. If you go to ef.com, you can actually go in and find the homestay program.
Okay, Angie, thank you. I'm meaning to cut you short, but we're up against the clock.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
So much.
That was fun. We will be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. Attorney General Jeff Sessions is at the Capitol this morning taking questions from members of Congress investigating Russia election meddling. He's also already let this committee know he's open to Republican requests for a second special counsel.
In a letter to the House Judiciary Committee, Attorney General Jeff Sessions said prosecutors are looking into certain issues involving the sale of Uranium One and alleged unlawful dealings related to the Clinton Foundation.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland. There could be a